You've been training consistently, you've cleaned up your diet, and you've even seen a little bit of progress, but deep down, you still feel stuck. You're not shredded, you're not confident, and you don't even like the body that you're in. But your body isn't broken, your mind is. You're holding on to beliefs right now that are holding you back. And you don't even realize that you're carrying them. Beliefs like, I can't do X because of Y. I'm not good enough. It's not my fault. I don't believe in, I don't need anyone's help. What if I fail? What if I'm not enough? These don't sound extreme, but they're controlling 95% of your results. Because a limiting belief is a subconscious thought or assumption that you've accepted as the truth that's holding you back from reaching your full potential. And this cycle is the reason most guys stay stuck. They have a certain belief about themselves, which drives them to feel a certain way, an emotion, which causes an action that gets a subpar result and reinforces this whole vicious cycle of being stuck. It's not because you're not working hard that you're not getting results. It's because you're in a broken paradigm. And I'm not here to sell you some weird voodoo mindset fluff bullshit. I'm here to break down the 7 beliefs that you have, that the second you're able to conquer them, and I'm going to show you how, you're going to melt fat, you're going to get jacked, you're going to have the best results you've ever seen in your life and get insanely shredded. So take notes because your life's about to change. Take out a notepad, take out a pen, because the information you're about to receive is going to change your life. It's not just going to change your physique and help you break through fitness plateaus and get shredded, become confident, and start achieving more. But if you apply these principles properly, it's going to change the trajectory of your entire life. So I mentioned earlier, you're working out of a broken paradigm. So you have to understand first, what even is a paradigm? A paradigm is a set of beliefs, habits, and mental programming that governs your automatic behavior. It's the mental blueprint that shapes the way you perceive the world, make decisions, and respond to situations. Paradigms are often formed through repetition and emotional impact, especially in early life, and stored in the subconscious mind. So basically, the beliefs that you have, which you don't even think about, the things that you do is your paradigm. When you wake up in the morning and you go get dressed, you don't think about it, you just do it. That's a habit that's built into your mind. That is your paradigm. So it's a set of beliefs. Keep this in your mind that gets stored into your subconscious mind. Now, when you think of the mind, if I told you to build an image of the mind, you would think of a brain maybe. I don't know what you would think of. But no one's actually ever seen the mind. So what we're going to do here is I'm going to give you an image of the brain. The brain is broken into 2 parts, the conscious mind and the subconscious mind. The conscious mind is the logical, analytical, thinking part of your mind. It's where you set goals, it's where you analyze and make decisions. It operates with awareness and intention. So the conscious mind is your active thoughts, which is only 5% of your mind. Now, the subconscious mind, this part runs the show 95% of the time, okay? Your subconscious mind is everything. It's why you are who you are. It's why you look how you look, right? It stores your beliefs, your habits, emotions, and long-term memory. It doesn't analyze, it simply accepts and executes what it's been programmed to do. Your subconscious mind is what makes you do what you do. But the thing is, your subconscious mind doesn't know the difference between what you tell it in the conscious mind and what reality actually is. Keep that in mind. Now let's keep going. I want to give you this image which helps you understand it a little bit better, right? Basically, people always say, I don't have energy. I don't have energy. But the thing is, energy is, it just is. It's always there. It's always present. It can't be created. It can't be destroyed. Us as human beings, we are nothing more than a channel to take in the energy and let it flow out into whatever we want. So we take energy in and we let it flow out of us through either negativity, focusing on the bad things, or positivity or creativity. We have the power of taking energy and using it for whatever we want, right? So thought energy comes into our brain. Our thoughts then become some sort of idea. The idea causes an emotion. The emotion alters our vibration. Vibration is expressed through action. So the way we feel dictates what we do. And then our condition, our circumstance, and our environments get us our results. So our action causes a reaction which alters our results. So basically, people say what you think becomes your reality. I'm sure you've heard this before. Not necessarily. What you think becomes an idea. That idea causes an emotion. How you feel dictates what you do, and what you do dictates your results. Then, whatever your results are cause a reaction, which then reinforces the same result. So if you want to change your result, if you want to get shredded, if you want to change your physique, you need to change the way you feel about yourself. So let's keep going. This is the way a paradigm works, right? You have your paradigm, you have your set of beliefs, which lead to thoughts, right? These are thoughts that you have. The sky is blue. 2 plus 2 is 4. That's your paradigm, right? However you think leads to how you feel. So if you're thinking and thinking and thinking about somebody who said something mean to you earlier this morning, you're going to feel like shit, right? Whereas if someone gave you a great compliment this morning, you'll be feeling amazing. And I promise you, this is all going to tie back into your physique. This is why you're stuck. So the way you think causes the way you feel. Whether you're feeling good or bad is going to dictate what you do. If you feel good, you're probably going to do more productive things because you're feeling good. If you feel bad, you're going to do things that are not going to serve your goals. So the way you feel dictates what you do, and what you do is why you have the results you have right now. Your set of habits is why you have the results you have, which then reinforces the paradigm. We're constantly thinking that we're limited to the results that we currently have, and that's what we need to break. Because if you're expecting the same shit to keep happening, that is exactly what's going to happen. So let's go a little deeper on this. So I want you guys to really understand this. I'm going to break this down in so many different ways because you have to understand this. All information is consumed by the mind through 5 senses. What you see, what you hear, what you smell, what you taste, and what you touch. The mind has 2 parts, as we highlighted earlier. And you're going to hear me repeat myself, because the only way for you to absorb this information is to hear it over and over and over, okay? The mind has 2 parts, the conscious and the subconscious mind. Information is consumed by the conscious mind, the logical mind, right here. So what we see, what we hear, what we smell, taste, and touch, we consume that with our conscious mind. But then all thoughts get deposited into the subconscious mind, which is our emotional mind. And then the body is a much smaller model. All the body is, our bodies are our subconscious minds. You are what you think. So basically, if you want to change the body, you need to change your subconscious mind, the way you think. But if you want to change the way you think, you need to be aware first and be able to control that. Now, I'm going to get into what you came here for this video, okay? Here are the 7 beliefs stopping you, your paradigm, from reaching your full potential, from getting in better shape. This is your truth, but it's not the truth, okay? Here is your truth. I just have bad genetics, okay? This is the number 1 most limiting belief most people have. They genuinely think the reason that they're not in shape is that they just have bad genetics. Another one, I've already tried everything, nothing works for me. So many people have the belief that they've tried it all, they've done it all, they're just cursed, nothing works for them. I don't have time to be in shape. This is another huge mistake people make. People say they don't have time, and as a result, what happens? Subconscious mind absorbs that information, says, sure, you say we don't have time, confirmed, we don't have time, therefore you don't get in shape. This is another limiting belief. It's not real. I can't fully commit because of fill in the blank. So many people tell themselves, I can't commit because of this, because of that. It's all BS, okay? These are all limiting beliefs that we have. Everything I'm highlighting here, these are the things you're thinking that are holding you back. They're not real, okay? These aren't real. I'm already doing everything right. If you were doing everything right, you'd have the results that you want. Stop saying this shit. I've made progress already. I'm not that bad. This is somebody who is coping. They want more, but they're telling themselves they're satisfied because they're better than they were. But this is cope. This is not real. Or, I'm not motivated enough. Okay, that is the barrel of your truth. These things aren't true. They're just what you believe to be true. And as a result of you believing in these things, you are held back from reaching your full potential. Now I'm going to show you what you should believe instead. I just have bad genetics. The truth is, you should be saying this and speak everything in the present tense. My results are determined by my inputs, not my genetics. I will change my inputs and I will change my outcome. The power of I will, the power of taking control over your circumstance, gets deposited into the subconscious mind, and as a result, your body will take form to do what it has to do. Genetics is one of the biggest cop-outs I've ever seen. So change your thoughts to my results are determined by my inputs. Here's the next one. I've already tried everything, nothing works for me. Here's what the truth actually is. It's not that nothing works, I just need a plan tailored to my body, my lifestyle, and my goals. You need to tell your subconscious mind there's always a solution. Otherwise, you're going to believe there isn't, and if you believe there isn't, then there isn't. I'm sure you've heard the analogy of the glass half full, half empty. Whatever you believe is true. It's just your truth, but it doesn't have to be the truth. If you want to get results, you need to understand it's not that you've tried everything and nothing works for you. It's that you haven't yet had a plan tailored to your body and lifestyle. You always need to have hope and put your thoughts towards the positive, okay? I don't have time to be in shape. One of the biggest cop-outs in the world. Do you think Jeff Bezos has time to be in shape? He's fucking jacked. Does Alex Hormozi have time to be in shape? He's fucking jacked. There's people way more successful than you, way more busy than you, in way better shape than you. You're using this as an excuse. So here's the example. I will build a structure around my schedule. I gain time, energy, and control. I don't lose it. This is what you need to tell yourself. You don't have time because you're bad at time management. That's why. The time's there. We all have the same 24 hours. It's about what you do with it. If you want it bad enough, you'd figure it out. If they said, 1 hour a day, 5 days a week, you have to go look for the $1 million, and at the end of a month, you'll have $1 million. You'd find the time to go look for that shit. It's just that you have to change the way you think. Now, here's the next one. I can't fully commit because of. What you should be saying is, I don't need perfect conditions to commit. I need to make a decision and a plan that works with my reality. You can't commit. Stop saying I can't. You see the theme? I can't, I'm not. That stuff has to go. That's the old you. You need to step into your new reality and say, I don't need perfect conditions to commit. I need to make a decision and a plan that works for my reality. Because remember, what you think here gets deposited here. And as a result of what you think, you start to feel it. So if you say to yourself, I have the time, that's going to lead you to finding it. That's your action, which is going to lead you to getting the results you want and then reinforcing a positive paradigm, a new paradigm, where you start getting better results. Now, let's keep going. I'm already doing everything right. Bullshit. I'm not getting results. Therefore, if I want results I've never had, I will try something I've never tried before. The power of I will, the power of your words mean everything. So change the thought form from I'm not getting results, I'm not. You need to stop saying I'm not, I can't. Okay? Your new thought form is I'm not getting results. Therefore, I want results I've never had. I'm going to try something I've never done. Change your words, your verbiage. I've made progress already. I'm not that bad. This is, again, somebody coping. Somebody who wants to reach their full potential. They're a little better than they were. They're stuck, so they just say, yeah, I'm just going to settle here. Here's what you should say. I've made progress, but I'm not done. I owe it to myself to reach my full potential. That's the thought process you need to find, because guess what? Your subconscious mind will start working for you and finding ways for you to reach your full potential. Stop settling. I'm not motivated enough. Okay, what you should be saying is, I don't need motivation, I need structure. Discipline builds momentum, and momentum creates motivation. You don't need the motivation. The motivation isn't real, it's a fleeting emotion. It comes and it goes. But when you have structure and you have a plan that you could show up to every single day, that positive momentum creates motivation. The more you win, the more you're going to want to keep winning. Change the way you speak to yourself. Now, I'm going to give you an example of some paradigms you probably have right now, okay? Here's one. You've been showing up, hitting your workouts, eating clean, journaling even, but deep down, you feel like you're still hitting an invisible wall. This comes from a paradigm rooted in unworthiness or fear of success. Subconsciously, part of you still believes you don't deserve to be lean, confident, and free. Your paradigm is not allowing your body to take form. The way you think is stopping your body from physically changing because of the way you think. Because part of you, whether you know it or not, believes you don't deserve it. Here's how you change it. Shift the internal script to, it's safe to win. I am worthy of the next level. Then pair this with journaling of evidence that you're evolving. Every day, write down proof, progress, big or small wins to reinforce to your mind that you are making progress. And begin visualizing your highest self in the first person every morning and let that vision of you become familiar. Any small little win you get, you're going to start writing it down, acknowledging it. So your brain gets in the format of, I'm winning, and it seeks more wins. That's how you change this. Let me give you another one. Here's the big one. You crush it Monday through Friday, and then you lose control on Saturday and Sunday. This is a paradigm tied to past identities that associate weekends with escape, reward, and rebellion against structure. Subconsciously, you still associate discipline with restriction instead of empowerment. Subconsciously, you still think being disciplined means you're restricting yourself from enjoying your life. You're restricting yourself from life. That is bullshit, and it's a paradigm you need to break so you can step into a winning mentality, a winning reality. You're sabotaging yourself subconsciously because you have this limiting belief stuck in the back of your mind. Here's how you fix it. Reframe your paradigm. Discipline equals freedom. Build a weekend structure that actually feels good. Plan a grounding morning routine. Schedule social events that align with your goals and choose treats that don't destroy your gut or your confidence. Start associate momentum with fulfillment, not burnout. The reason you feel burnout is because of the paradigm that you shouldn't be working. You shouldn't be having discipline. That means you're overworking yourself. That's bullshit. Discipline equals freedom. This is the way you're going to start to think. Discipline equals freedom. Write it down every day. Build a weekend structure that actually makes you feel good. Because you remember, how you feel dictates your results. Get yourself feeling healthy, feeling good, in alignment with your goals, in alignment with the man you want to become. If you want to treat on the weekend, if you want a cheat meal, make it a healthy one. You fucking want pancakes? Well, take two bananas and 4 eggs and mash those up and have healthy pancakes. Just have the healthy alternative of the sweet thing you want to eat. If you like chocolate, have dark chocolate. Okay? Start to do things that make you feel good so you stop telling yourself you're burning out because what you believe is real. Here's one more. You built the body, but when you look in the mirror or walk into a room, that deep sense of power and peace still isn't fully there. That's because your paradigm around self-worth hasn't caught up with your physical evolution. You're still operating under an old identity, even though your reflection has changed. Have you ever seen a guy that lost so much weight, hundreds of pounds, but yet, even though he looks great now, he still feels like people are going to bully him. He still feels unconfident to talk to women. That's his old paradigm. The way you've been thinking to this point has got you the results that you currently have. If you want to change your results, you have to change the way you think. And it starts with awareness. You need to become aware that you're doing this. You could start getting in shape and then you still look in the mirror and see a fat person. That's your old paradigm, but it doesn't have to be. Here's how you change it. Identity must shift at the internal level. So start by reinforcing a new self-image through repetition. Speak to yourself as if you already are the man you're becoming. Add breath work, visualization, and connection to purpose or faith in your daily practices. True confidence is spiritual. It's knowing who you are beyond the body. So start visualizing every day, actually meditating on this and thinking, doing breath work to get yourself in a calm state so your brain could be creative and have a connection to a deeper purpose, a deeper faith. Connect with God, read the word, do things to increase spirituality, change the way you think, and it's going to change everything for you. So, now let's talk about how to really make the change, right? Now you understand what a paradigm is, you understand how it all works, you understand kind of what your paradigms are. To change your reality, you must change your paradigm. We've established this. But here's how to do it. Number one, you need to have awareness. You need to start identifying limiting beliefs and behaviors. So pay attention to the way you think, because in the beginning, it's going to take a little bit of work. But here's the thing. Once you change the way you think, it's permanent. So start paying attention. When you see yourself talking negatively to yourself, when you see yourself thinking about the things you don't have, you need to catch it, acknowledge it, and change it, right? If somebody cuts you off on the road, your knee-jerk reaction is you're going to get all worked up. But how long does it take you to come to awareness that something has caused you to be in this state and you can change it? And then, of course, repetition. Replace them with empowering thoughts and repeated daily affirmations. You have to do affirmations. I know it sounds silly, but you have to, because your brain is so used to failure. It's so used to not being who you want to be. You have to train it. You have to start training your brain with affirmations, visualization. We're going to get into affirmations in a second. And then emotion. Charge your new beliefs with a strong feeling. You have to have a feeling attached to it. You have to feel the feelings of being shredded, being confident, being respected, crushing it in business before you have those things. Because people often say, oh, I'll be happy when I get jacked. I'll be happy when I crush it in business. But the problem is you can't attract the things you want until you feel the feelings first. Because if you feel the feelings, your subconscious mind is going to think you're living that reality now, and it's going to start to take form. Emotion is really important. You can't keep self-sabotaging. And then environment. Surround yourself with people and inputs that match your new paradigm. That's the reason why people join my program. That's the reason why all the guys in my program are brothers, and we all hold each other accountable, and we're all trying to level up. That's power. Environment. Surround yourself with people and inputs that match your new paradigm. Okay? And then consistency. Commit daily. The subconscious accepts what's repeated. Commit to this and you will change your life. How bad do you want it? Commit. And then, here's the process that you're going to do, okay? This is an exercise that you can do in the morning to actually start putting this into form. You could take action on this now. You're going to sit still and you're going to breathe deeply for 1 minute. Okay, you're going to do 1 minute of breath work. Then you're going to close your eyes and you're going to picture your highest self. What does he look like physically? I don't care. I don't want to hear he's in shape. How in shape? How much does he weigh? Does he have bicep veins? How big are his shoulders? Does he have abs? Get specific. How does he speak? What does his day look like? When he wakes up, what does he do? Start to imagine this stuff. And then 3, feel into it. Imagine waking up in his body. You are now him. You're making decisions from his mind. You're walking with his posture. And then 4, you have to add emotion. Confidence, peace, power. Your subconscious mind responds to feeling. Remember, feeling is what gets you results. So, imagine yourself. See the picture in your mind so vividly that you can feel it. Because when you can feel it, it will start to take form. Again, this takes reps. Okay? Now, next. You are going to write it out. 2 to 5 minutes. You're going to write a present tense script of the man you're becoming. Write it in your journal. Write it in your notes app in your phone. You're going to write, here's an example. I am disciplined, confident, and powerful. I show up for myself every day. My body is strong and lean. I make decisions from clarity. I attract opportunities and impact others with purpose. Write this out every single day. This is an example, but I want you to input your goals into this sentence and write it and write it and write it and write it and read it out loud. Bang it into your subconscious mind. Okay, and then you're going to read it. Keep this script somewhere visible and read it aloud with emotion every morning and every night. Anchor your identity to this standard and it will become automatic. You want all these things to become automatic. Look at my phone background right now. It's got the picture of the Ferrari I want. It's got the Rolex. It's got the Ocean View penthouse. And it's got everything I want to achieve written out in the present tense that I have it right now. And I read this over and over and over every single day. Now, here's the most important key of all this. You have to step into your new reality. Everything I said doesn't matter if you don't step into it. Make it real. Take significant, noticeable action. Let people see the change in your eyes, clarity, the determination. Let them see it. Let them feel it. You've faced your issues. You've addressed your curses and your vices. You understand these ways of thinking aren't real. They're what your parents told you. They're what the school told you, but they're not real. What's real is what you want to be real. If you want to change your reality, you can't keep thinking like you've thought to this point. Because the thoughts you've thought to this point has got you where you are today. Look at your results. If you don't like where you are, you have to change the way you think. So you can change the way you view yourself and step into your new reality. No longer held back by embarrassment, by secrets. You need to be accountable. You need to be honest with yourself about where your flaws lie, about where your thought patterns lie, and then break free from the handcuffs and the shackles. Your time is now. Life is precious and it goes by quickly. Do not delay change. Start today. Watch this again. Take notes. Begin the process. Imagine the feeling of calmness and excitement and share your journey with others. The more you can have accountability in your life, the better this is going to work. Because if you can't hold yourself accountable, you need to find someone. Because the repetitiveness of this is what's going to make all of the change. So, now you understand exactly the way you think. Let me remind you one more time, okay? One more time. A paradigm is a set of beliefs, habits, and a mental programming that governs your automatic behavior. You getting up in the morning and brushing your teeth is a paradigm. You either snacking late at night or doing the shit you shouldn't be doing is only happening because of your paradigm. You're blowing the fucking lid off on weekends because that's your paradigm. So if you want to change your results, if you want to stop the paradigm, remember, control how you think, which will dictate how you feel, which will change your actions, which will change your results, and reinforce a new paradigm. Okay? Be very conscious of everything. Your truth that is right now is not the truth. So, I hope this was helpful. If it was, subscribe to my channel if you're not already. Like the video and share it with someone who needs this. You know somebody who needs this. Help them. Give this to them. And if you want one-on-one help, changing your results, changing your paradigm, and changing your life, hit the first link in the description and book a call with me and we'll see if we're a good fit to work together. And I will help you do this. I'll make sure you stay accountable on this shit so that it becomes your new reality. Guaranteed. Drop a like on this video. Hope this was helpful. Peace.